And away from that to the southeast, where traditional rulers have reaffirmed their demand for the release of the detained IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu, citing increasing insecurity in the region. This formed part of the issues discussed at their delegates meeting held in Umuahia. Nnamdi reports, and then we'll return with business updates.
From the 5 states that make up the southeastern part of Nigeria, a delegation of traditional rulers are gathered. They are here to deliberate on how they can achieve lasting peace in the region.
As we meet to discuss the progress and the development of the good people of Southeast Nigeria.
They believe that the IPOB leaders' freedom could help address some of the underlying issues contributing to the unrest in the region.
It is based on security of our region. The traditional rulers are concerned for security of eastern states. We are united. We want to make sure that eastern state is purely secured through the efforts of our governors. And the problem we have in the eastern states, we do very little thing. Because of insecurity here, we don't know who is who. So we are pleading with the federal government to please release Nnamdi Kanu for us to know, to make sure that eastern state is peaceful.
For Governor Alex Oti, he wants traditional rulers to lead efforts to promote and preserve the rich cultural heritage of the community.
I also want to encourage our people to hold leadership to account. It is very important. Everyone that has emerged as a leader is answerable to the people that installed him. So a good leader should also be a good listener.
The call for the release of Kanu has been made severally, with the hope that it will douse the tension in the southeast. The traditional rulers are optimistic that the federal government will listen to their call. Nnamdi, TVC News, Umuahia, Abia State.
And in business news, the global maritime industry has once again come together to mark World Maritime Day 2024, celebrated under the theme, Navigating the Future, Safety First. The event held in Lagos saw key players in Nigeria's marine and blue economy sector renew their commitment to enhancing safety across the maritime ecosystem. TVC News senior business correspondent Ifunaya Eze reports.
To celebrate
in a gathering of industry leaders and government officials, the 2024 World Maritime Day was celebrated in Lagos, focusing on the vital role of safety in the future of maritime trade. The Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, represented by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, highlighted the strategic importance of safety as the world continues to rely heavily on maritime trade for economic growth.
Over the years, World Maritime Day has been a catalyst for transformative initiatives and policy advancements among member governments and the maritime community. It has fostered excellence in the sector.
Heads of key maritime agencies and industry professionals echoed the call for stronger partnerships.
This commitment is not just a goal, but a promise that we must uphold. Together, we can navigate towards a brighter, safer future for our maritime industry.
Indeed, making global port operation healthier, safer and more secure whilst actualizing the other noble objectives of the World Port Sustainability Program rests heavily on our shoulders as policy framers, investors and stakeholders in its broadest ramification.
Legislators also weighed in, calling for renewed efforts to prioritize safety regulations.
This year's theme underscores the critical need to prioritize safety in all aspects of maritime operation as we look to the future, embracing innovation and technology while upholding the highest safety standards.
As we navigate the future of the maritime industry, we must be prepared to confront emerging risks and adapt to new technologies automation, digitalization, and new forms of energy.
One of the highlights of the event was the award presentation to winners of essay competitions organized by the Nigerian Ports Authority, the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, and the National Inland Waterways Authority. Ifunanya Eze, TVC News, Lagos.
The Niger Delta Power Holding Company has assured of continuous efforts to strengthen Nigeria's power network. The newly appointed Chief Executive Officer of the NDPHC, Mrs. Jennifer Adige, made this known when she paid a visit to Calabar Power Generation Plant to evaluate its performance. Tina Akwaike tells us more.
As part of the federal government's drive to ensure every Nigeria has access to power supply, the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of the Niger Delta Power Holding Company, Jennifer Adige, paid an on-site assessment visit to the Calabar Power Plant.
We're here at the Calabar Genco, which is one of the 10 assets of the NDPHC. The new management of the NDPHC were here to carry out an on-the-spot assessment of needs, because we know that energy security is one of the cardinal agenda of Mr. President. Mr. President insists on access to electricity for Nigerians because electricity is not a privilege, electricity is a right, and therefore the vision of our new management is to ensure that we foster energy security by bridging electricity access gaps to vulnerable Nigerians in underserved communities.
Chief Operating Officer of the Calabar Power Generating Plant highlighted challenges faced by the facility, seeking urgent intervention.
We need a proper warehouse. Land is no problem. We have land, but to construct it is what we need. Vehicles, that is terrible. The last vehicle we have here was like 5-7 years. The vehicle I'm using is since 2013.
The plant, located in Odupange, Cross River State, is one of the 10 Gencos under the NDPHC with its 634.5 megawatt capacity. The Minister of Power, Adebayo Adelabo, during the visit to the power plant in August, announced that Nigeria is targeting the generation of 6,000 megawatt by the end of the year, and that the plant is the most active under the NDPHC. You would recall that President Bola Tinubu appointed Jennifer Adige as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Niger Delta Power Holding Company in August, with a mandate to effectively manage the National Integrated Power Project, among others. Jennifer Adige replaces Chiedu Ugbo, who was appointed